cuffing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, they make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a round-away girl to live with. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottle. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
I'm harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates. All my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now. Lawrence. He completes it to Jones. And some room to run now. Zay Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury and having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The Chargers at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 22, Herbert. Big fight, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and He's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Hey, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drills, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And the Chargers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Donald Parham, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. There's some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Hey, exit. Hey, Alpha.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From the 41, Lawrence. And incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Here's Lawrence. And this one is incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Not even a play? Making a slip pass.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Gotta like what we're seeing from him so far in this game. This is the 3rd game of the season. He's already accumulated an AFC Offensive Player of the Week award in this young year.
Yeah, week 2 was his. The announcement came Wednesday that he got that award. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
One of the league's best and most consistent wide receivers in his 10th season in the league. Keenan Allen is just automatic at this point. Nice catch from him there for a first down. 100 catches, 1,100 yards, at least 6 touchdowns a season. Wash, rinse, repeat. But let's not take him for granted. He's a terrific player.
And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Herbert now. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Caught by Allen. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Draw play. It's Eckler. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being
touchdown. Austin Eckler on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
From the 30 on second down, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Herbert going to try and run. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Foley Fatukasi who got in there and finished off the play. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week to try and take away the run game.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. Huge huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. It's Eckler again. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now a give running left is Eckler. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple for you. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectful. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Lawrence going to give this to Robinson. Draw play. And he's got some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play. Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
You know when I could tell this is going to end really badly? When he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You get one of those tackling machines in the middle on your trail, things are normally ending pretty quickly.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew the passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 74 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chargers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season.